everyone, and welcome to the final stages of the Omega Raids. Quick. Very suspicious if something bad's gonna happen to you. It better damn well not. Oh look, there's the minion. And look, there's the other minion. Oh, the spoilers everywhere. In the beginning, there was chaos. Jesse greets you with a mix of enthusiasm and concern. Good timing, Alex. There's been another anomaly detected in the yawn. Assuming previous instances are anything to go by, this energy fluctuation is another of Omega's so-called invitations. Alright, good. If you don't mind waiting a moment or two, then we can discuss the things with Master Garland. He should be here soon. And no Nero, I'm guessing? Quack! Huh, the chief should be here by now. I'll bet my stock in the company he's fiddling with that research data. Huh? Well, I suppose I should explain. Oh, that's new music. Even if the chief might prefer me not to share. That's intriguing. I didn't expect new background music. After your last run-in with Omega, Master Garland had some research notes smuggled in from the Empire, from Garlemald. The notes are part of Midas Nan Garland's legacy, who was, of course, the Chief's father, and the Empire's preeminent engineer. The incident at Boza Citadel, do you know of it? I know of it, yeah. I suppose you would. Even outside of the Empire, the Tailor is a famous one. Basically, he tried to create Meteor. Midas built a tower to harness Dalamit's power, and it brought annihilation upon an entire town in which it was built. That isn't the kind of event you can simply brush under the rug. Yeah, that. As you can imagine, the job of sifting through the rubble afterwards was no pleasant task. Master Garland was slated to assume his father's position as head engineer. But this disaster, well, it added to his oppression to the Empire's path of conquest, convinced him to abandon his own land. The chief has wanted nothing to do with the lunar transmitter or the data used to create it. Well, until now. I think he means to put the research to use in your conflict with Omega. In fact, given the time frame, there can be no other explanation. Listen to me, Alex. The Chief's genius is plagued by a great deal of apprehension. But even so, once he makes a decision, he doesn't do things by halves. When the time comes, he'll come through for us. You have to believe that. Yeah, of course, it's Sid. Sorry I'm late. Was a little too focused on my work and lost all sense of time. That's no excuse, Chief. What have I told you about being punctual to staff meetings? In any case, I've shared the situation at the Yawn with Alex here. Good. Then you know that Omega is likely ready to continue with his tests. Shall we go and knock on the door? Well, Chief, Biggs and Wedge aren't fit for field work yet, and the surgeons give Nero strict orders to stay abed. And what of Midgard Soma? Still taking his nap, is he? I think he's going to be taking his nap for quite a while. That only leaves you, Alex, and Alpha. Maybe it's time I joined the expedition. No, Jesse. I need your talents elsewhere. That's a half-built device in the There's a half-built device in the workshop that I need you to finish putting together. I've drawn up the design and completed the core mechanisms. The final assembly should pose no problem for an engineer of your abilities. A new device? Does that mean you used the... What do you say, Chief? All of it ready and waiting for you. Just be safe in there. Right, it's back to the rift for us. Let's finish these experiments and bring the fight to Omega itself. Quack! Ba-ba-da! Now, was it me or was it Alpha who queered? Alright, yawn, so we need to go to... Peering Stones? Yes, I think it's the Peering Stones. I always think it's at the top of the map. It's actually at the bottom. I'm not sure why I mixed the two up. Yeah, it's right there. I always think it's up here for some reason. Oh look, we get to show off on the new things. Why would I pick this mount? One of my favourite mounts. It can fly! Oh, I don't know why I love this mount so much. It's such a simple one. Oh wait a minute, no, I can show off something I did just get. Mount. Where are you? There you are! Because I just cleared the first savage amazingly. Also, I'll very quickly put the music on. It plays the music! That's so awesome. Alright, Sid and Alpha. Are you ready, Alex? Ready to put an end to this? Maybe I should do this alone. I'm ready to put an end to this. Aye, there's no room for hesitation. We press on, come what may. What about you, Alpha? All set to go? Quack, quack, quack! Excellent, I think. That's the spirit. Let's dive right in, shall we? Sploosh. Ethereal rift, interdimensional rift, again. We're missing some test worlds. Omega's experiments must be nearing an end.
Welcome, welcome. Your arrival has been highly anticipated. And I will confirm your earlier supposition. My experiments have indeed reached the final stage. Of the 89 test subjects I trialed, your Psi group combatants emerged victorious. Of those 4, further conflict determined the strongest among them. This surviving specimen shall be your opponent.
And we've come to the last round of testing then. And should we win this battle, are we to finally face you in combat?
Affirmative. Such an outcome would allow me to pursue my objective to its conclusion. I would continue analyzing the qualities which allow you to prevail despite your frailty. and integrate said qualities into my own arsenal. I will be pleased if my experiment yields the relevant data, but engaging you directly is still the most efficient and reliable testing method. Boop 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 boop. Beep. Emitting intermediary steps. Evaluation of combat potential deemed superfluous. Proceeding immediately with final experiment.
Well, that's good, I guess.
Stop! Alpha, your task is complete. Your presence amongst these test subjects is no longer required.
What do you mean by that?
I will guide your progress personally from this point onwards. Alpha's role in transferring authority is now obsolete.
Even so, Alpha is a valued companion, and if he wishes to continue on with us, I've no intention of leaving him behind.
Companion. Companions are those who provide mutual benefit. The instant Alpha's authority becomes redundant, he lost his sole qualification to be regarded as such. Furthermore, the primary function of Alpha's existence was to lure you into my domain. He would be more accurately described as bait. Test subject Alpha can neither confirm nor deny my statement. He possesses no memories prior to his encounter with you. He was the first entity I created here in this realm. My first and only attempt to recreate a being who shared your mundane parameters.
So he is actually a recreation of the Chocobo Dungeon Chocobo.
I based his incarnation upon a most ordinary life form, one which had somehow bested an enemy whose strength rivaled my own. By observing the feeble creature in the heat of battle, I sought to understand the source of this contradiction. I repeated the experiment once, twice, 1,000 times, yet the results never deviated from estimated projections. The test was an abject failure, and thus I resolved to adapt my methodology. I would focus instead upon simulating powerful opponents and summon mortals of natural origin here to combat them. For Alpha, I devised a new purpose. I erased his memory, implanting a compulsion to return to me, then ejected him into your world. Weak beings exhibit a tendency to form groups. I surmised that this instinctual behavior would aid Alpha in bringing me the test subject I required, a function he has performed with adequate competence.
Tell me something, Omega. This ability of yours to generate matter was not originally intended for creating other life forms, was it?
Your query bears little relevance to the topic at hand. Affirmative. I was equipped with matter generation capabilities for the purpose of unlimited self-improvement and armament expansion. Fabricating life forms was not the intended function, but the practice is not otherwise prohibited or problematic.
I disagree with you there. As an engineer, I would advise against using such technology for purposes outside its design. From the very start, you've been making the same mistake. Even the powerful subjects of your test world were made crippled and incomplete. It is conviction which drove these villains to terrible greatness. The same limitless conviction which allows weakling heroes to overcome them. Do you not understand? Then we will never lose your creations, no matter how much stronger they should be according to your soulless calculations. Come, Alex. Let's be on our way. You too, Alpha.
Alright, I'll just float up here watching then.
Hey, look, it's the thermal coil! Kettle is empty. No! I have our base camp up and running. You could dive into the final test world whenever you wish. As for the world's inhabitant, Omega has generously provided us with a basic profile. Your opponent is named Chaos. The first heroes defeated this evil in a conflict that took place so long ago, I'm having trouble separating myth from history. Unless, of course, this is an entity from another reality, as were the denizens of the Sigmascape, in which case it may be pointless to even attempt to confirm the details. What is certain, however, is that this chaos stands triumphant over a roster of truly monstrous test subjects. It promises to be a grueling battle, but one which will open the gates to fighting Omega itself. Alpha, you and I will need to provide support for Alex. Will you be my assistant? You're bothered by what Omega said earlier? You think you're responsible for dragging us into this mess? Trust me when I say this is not your fault. We were the ones who awakened Omega, and we're the ones who need to deal with the consequences. By the way, do you still have that card you used to boil water in the kettle? It's been brought to my attention that I'm a spoiled blue blood who can't even refill a pot without constant reminders. If you could take charge of that, then it would be most helpful. Tis inconvenient without Midgard Soma here to translate his chirping. Still, the best medicine for his worries is for you to win the next contest. Let's show him we're on top of things, eh? Alphascape version 1.0 now accessible. I wonder what Nero would have said about this Chaos fellow. Ancient technology is his specialty after all, and by default, he's learned a thing or two about the mythology and history of bygone eras. Troop. Alright, well. Let's see. Alphascape 1.0. While you recuperate from the latest round of testing, while you recuperated, Omega's trials proceeded apace. Of the 89 combatants in the Psi group, 4 emerged victorious. Of those 4, 1 proved itself the mightiest entity of the last remaining test world. A champion designated as Psi 4, this immensely powerful being will be your opponent as you strive to complete the final stage of Omega's grueling experiments. Alright, let's do this. Semi-long wait. Alright, well, as normal, see you in a second when we join Alphascape version 1.0. Yay! Alphascape version 1.0. Very square looking arena. Ba-da. Ethereal Rift Alphascape version 1.0. Chaos. God, I really hope Savage gets God in fire. I know it won't, but please. Ba ba ba. Do 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 ba 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 da 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 ba da 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 do 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 ba da ba ba.
Scurry and flail, little mortals. The raging tide will claim you all. Hark, wretched creatures! The earth itself rumbles of your doom! Tremble before the might of a god! The crystal destroyed? You dare! Grovel in terror! The flames hunger for your flesh! Despair at your hollow fate. The winds will strip away your skin. Scurry and flail, little mortals. The raging tide will claim you all.
Sigh of relief. Yes. No. /P. Heart. I may as well change that to party. Alright, what we got? Chain, bolt, pedal, chain. Well, that solves that one. Leave duty. Da 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 do 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 do.
The battle is concluded. Alpha Group is victorious. This also signals the completion of my experiments and the incontestable fact of your supremacy. And yet, the process by which you consistently exceed your projected potential continues to confound my understanding. Is it possible that test subject Sid's suppositions are correct? That my calculations and simulations are fundamentally flawed? Do mortals truly boast some indefinable quality that I do not possess and cannot measure? Error! Logic loop malfunction! Resolution requires additional data. If the nature of your existence defies standard reasoning, then I must examine you from an illogical angle. I will subject the unknown to the imperfect. Test subject Alexander Ballius will proceed to a supplemental stage.
Oh my.
Beep. I have altered this test world to reflect a recorded memory. It originates from a time when war had erupted on a distant star. I was deployed to the battlefield, and it was there that I engaged an enemy of unmatched strength. The contest ended prematurely, and I failed to bring down my foe. Subsequently, I lacked the data to fabricate a completely accurate simulation. Results stemming from such a subject are unreliable. Even should you be defeated by this incomplete creation, I will still honor your previous victories and engage you in combat myself.
Wait, if I'm defeated, that usually means death.
That is, of course, assuming you survive. According to my past observations, this opponent will accept only death as a condition of defeat.
What happens if you merge all of the dragons we've met thus far?
Prepare to face Midgard Soma, red-maned worm of the Dragon Star, and nemesis of my world. This is not the faded spectre that you know, or a mortal conjured simulacrum. you will contend with a true incarnation of the Father of Dragons at the height of his power and glory.
Omega, wait! You can't force Alex to fight 2 battles back to back. He needs time to regain his strength. He must be allowed to recuperate, or the data for your testing will be skewed.
Acknowledged. Test subject Alexander Ballius, you are permitted to leave. Re-enter the test world when your strength has returned to optimal levels.
Well, Omega's fair if nothing else. So basically what you have there is, you have the jagged design of Nidhogg with the double wing design of Hrisvalga and the coloration of Bahamut. I'm sure there's other little nods in there as well to the other children. Sid? Kettle? She! Alpha seems distracted and Sid is nowhere in sight. Alexander, I'm right here. I don't think you can see me, but I'm standing right next to Alpha. In the beginning there was chaos. Ba 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 ba. So that was pretty damn awesome, and I'm very excited for the next one. Alright, so join me next time when we take on And Like Fire Was His Mane. And we get the Deltascape Equestrian Roll. Alright, so thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time for Midgard Summer. Bye bye!